All right, my people, so it's Monday. We got a new week ahead of us and we got a lot of volatility to look forward to. And finally, we might break out of this zone that we've been stuck in with BTC at between 92 and 107K. So let's see if that can happen, and let's jump into the charts and see what the technicals, but also what the fundamentals tells us, because we got fundamental triggers this week that has the potential to set off the market for a pump or also for a crash. Let's see what it is. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna break BTC down from top down, and we're gonna start with the monthly time frame. If you are in the Telegram channel, then you already know what I'm gonna talk about because I posted it in the Telegram channel this morning. A full analysis, breaking down everything that I see in the markets and what to look out and watch out for. And if you ain't in it, link is in the description box below. So let's get into this. All right, so first and foremost, last monthly candle, this candle right here, the month of June, ended bullish. We took all-time high, and it's the highest monthly candle so far, of course. Now, this monthly candle, what did it do? It started very bearish. We had a major pullback, and now we're pulling back from that pullback. So this candle is now pushing back upwards again. And that is very important, because when you have a candle in one direction, if you want the next candle to continue in that direction, you want it to start pulling back first. If it pulls back first, that is a bullish sign, and it signals that it's grabbing liquidity, sweeping liquidity, and it's charging up for a push in the opposite direction. So reading these candles, the monthly candles, it looks bullish for us right now. If I go down to the daily time frame, I want to show you guys something interesting. Look at this here. What is this? It doesn't get more indecisive than this. All these crazy wicks. We have these small bodies, like the candles or the market has basically closed at 96, between 96,300 and 96,500, sorry, 600, 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row. That's crazy. That's crazy. I do not think that the candle of today, Monday, will close in the same fashion. I actually think that this one will pump and come and retest 98.8. If it doesn't, I'm pretty convinced that will happen tomorrow. I will break it down why I think so. So this daily candle has started good. We made a sweep below to clear some of the liquidity from this candle. So 50% down, a little bit more. And now we're pushing upwards. And we want to see BTC keep this momentum upwards, even if it's a small momentum, but we still want to see this momentum continue upwards. Of course, we're going to have some pullbacks along the way, but we want to see it climb all the way up to 98.8. All right, that's the resistance we need to break through. We need to find support above 99K. And another thing that shows and proves that is our liquidity chart. And this is the BTC liquidity chart of the last 24 hours. And as you can see, there's a major sell wall here. That hard yellow color that you can see here at about 98K, that is a major sell wall. That is sell pressure. And BTC needs to break through this wall to get into this free range. We can accelerate further up. But still, though, it doesn't mean that there's no liquidity here. As you see, there's some liquidity. And speaking of that, we're talking about the liquidity from the past 24 hours. If we take it to 1 week, then you will see a different story. You will see that there is more major liquidity above 100K, of course, but also below 94K. So the question is, does market want to sweep the 94K before we go further up? And why am I so convinced that we are going to go further up? I'm going to get to that. As I said, there's some fundamental triggers that is definitely on our side. And the fundamentals has been on our side all the time. It's just major, big whale games going on in the background. If we look at what's happening around the world, so the BTC adoption just continues. The FOMO for BTC, the demand for Bitcoin is growing. And when I say BTC, I mean all cryptos, because if the demand for BTC is growing, it means demand for all cryptos is growing. Of course, in different sizes and amounts, but a demand for BTC is very good for crypto in general. So if you're holding, for example, XRP or ADA, you want good news for BTC, of course. You want the adoption and the demand for BTC to grow and explode. Eventually, the money that flows into BTC will also roll over into these alts. Now, Japan is to approve Bitcoin and crypto ETFs and implement tax cuts on BTC holdings. That is, of course, very bullish and shows that the crypto adoption is spreading, and it's nationwide now. It's nations that are adopting this. The funny thing is, we used to talk about this like 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, even like 3, 4 years ago, and that was like, yeah, maybe in 10 years or something. Boom, it's happening now. We are right here, right now. In the United States of America, we got about 27 states that are interested in BTC. It doesn't mean that they're going to create strategic BTC reserves. It means that they are creating pro-BTC legislations in that state, and some of them also are considering BTC reserves. This is major bullish, and as you see, this map is just getting more and more yellow. Like the first time I saw this, actually it's orange. The first time I saw this map, it was like, what was it, 2, 3, 4 states, and now more than half of it is orange. So, and just like Franklin Templeton is saying, we expect to see strategic Bitcoin reserves added by several nations. So why are they expecting this? Is because the United States is, of course, creating this now. It's going to take a couple of months until everything is true. Washington and, of course, politics, bureaucracy is slow. So no matter how much Trump and the other ones wants to have that strategic Bitcoin reserve, it still has to go through its process. It's going to take some time. But just the fact that they are doing this is making other countries and other central banks FOMO and want to do the same, because they understand this game theory. They don't want to be left behind. They rather take the risk and do this instead of being left behind and, you know, totally lose its power and maybe sovereignty as a nation. And you're going to see, once this explodes, once countries one by one starts to create strategic Bitcoin reserve, it's going to erupt a massive FOMO that is going to make countries frog leap into this. Like they're going to race to be the first into this. Why is it so important to be first? It is going to happen. Mark my words. And here's another very interesting chart for y'all. And that is that BTC has reached the highest amount of selling pressure since 2022 and is still keeping price above or around 100K, so close to 100K. That is actually fantastic. So alts have, of course, taken a major hit. They are the ones suffering right now, but BTC is standing strong. And that's the most important thing in crypto. Crypto is as it should be, and the bull run is as it should be, as long as BTC is uptrending. And it is uptrending, as we can see very clearly on this chart if I go to the daily. So we have sideways movements now, but we have not created any lower lows. We are still keeping this very bullish structure here, and now right here accumulating for the next push upwards. Just as we saw here, everybody was losing hope. Everybody was saying, hey, look, this was a short bull market. The top was in at about 73K, 74K. We took all-time high. We're going down now, and we went down. But we went sideways down in a very bullish pattern, just like we're doing here. We're creating a massive accumulation pattern. And trust me, when this thing explodes, you do not want to miss the train, because otherwise, if you miss this train, you're going to do exactly as the people that missed this train when we were calling it out. Especially after the retest, I said this thing is going to fly. And people started to jump in here. That's where people started to jump in, even if it was XRP 8 or whatever it was. It's nothing bad with that, as long as you understand the risk and you're thinking long term. Then of course it's nothing bad. Look at Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy. He's basically buying the top all the time, and he's massively in profit. Why? Because this top is going to be taken out. This top is going to be taken out. This top is going to be taken out. Just as this top is going to be taken out. So if you hold long term, you are going to be in profit. BTC is set to hit 500K, 1 million. I bet my life savings on that, literally. But when we say long term, of course, we're talking about years ahead. So if you're only betting for a couple of months, of course, you get a more difficult situation, and you need to understand and really have your ears and eyes on the market to understand what's going on there and take at least weekly decisions on your holdings and on your positions. And by the way, if you want to do those short-term trades, make sure you tune in on the live sessions, because that's what we're doing there. We're day trading BTC and other cryptocurrencies. And also we are posting, or I am posting, the trade setups that I take here on the Telegram channel. Link is in the description box below. And also you can directly copy these trades. So you have the copy trading function on these trades as well. We're taking all trades on BitNix. Besides that, we have very, very low funding rates. So most funding rates are at basically at zero, and some of them even at minus. What does this mean? It means that basically people are not leveraging. People are not doing any leverage trades. People are scared of going hard in the market. There's a lot of uncertainty. All right. Now, those certainties will probably clear up a little bit in the rest of this week. And I will now go through what it is that we have to expect for the rest of this week. And you want to mark these dates and times on your calendar because they are going to affect the market, especially if you leverage trading. This is super important for you. So let's look at it. All right, so what it is it's all news. And on Tuesday, we got Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday to watch out for. On Tuesday, we got Fed Chairman Jerome Powell testifying. And he's going to testify in front of the Senate Banking Committee. And there's no disclosure of the questions in forehand. So it means we don't know what questions are going to be asked and what he's going to answer. So depending on what he says, the market can become very, very volatile. Because when it comes to anybody in the world that has power to affect the markets, then it's Jerome Powell. He's probably the second most powerful man in this world right now, next to Trump. That is why we always got to be on alert when he opens his mouth. So that starts 4 p.m. Central European time on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we have core CPI and CPI yearly readings. And this is very important because this is, like I've mentioned before on previous CPIs, is consumer price index. So it basically measures the increase or decrease in prices for consumers in the United States. And it just to break it down even further, it measures inflation. Has the inflation gone up or down? We, of course, want to see a stabilized inflation, preferably that it has gone down. So what's to expect is 2.9. We had 2.9 last time, and we are expecting, it's forecasted 2.9. We want to see it stay at 2.9 or below it. If it goes below, I'm expecting the BTC chart, if we zoom in a little bit, I'm expecting us to start pushing up above 100K, and that's the dotted line that you see here, and then break above this resistance. So this whole resistance that you have here, so that would put us at about 103, 104K. We need to find support at above 102.5K at least. And that is what I think is going to happen if we get a reading that is below what is expected. If we get it the same as expected, I don't know. It's hard. It's very hard to say. It's a lottery game. So I don't want to speculate in something that it has basically a 50-50 probability. The day after, on Thursday, the 13th of February, we have the PPI readings. And the PPI readings are starting at 2:30 p.m. Central European time. And it's the same thing. It's for the United States of America. If it comes out lower than forecasted, same thing. We will see crypto and BTC pump. If it comes out the same, 50-50. If it comes out higher than expected, we will see the market pull back hard. And I will probably close all my leverage positions if this comes out harder than expected. Not probably, I will very surely do that. We'll probably stream this live. So make sure that you're in the trading announcement channel and on our Telegram so that you get notified when we go in live. Or just subscribe to this channel and put on the notification bells. And then you will be notified when we go in live. Same day, we have the unemployment claims. That is also important to know because the higher the unemployment, it means the badder the economy, which means the higher the chances of central banks taking action. And that action is, of course, printing money. Now, besides all of this, I'm not going to get too deep into altcoins because we need to see BTC move first. We need to get some momentum in the crypto markets before we can start jumping into altcoin trades. But we have one running, and that is our Chainlink trade. And that one is currently in a small drawdown. Yeah, we had a sideways action basically all week and from previous week also. But the most important thing is we are above support here. So we have found good stability above support. We have swept liquidity below once, twice, 3 times. So I see this thing as very, very bullish. And if you're not in it yet, now you have a perfect discounted opportunity to get into it. Another one that I'm very bullish on right now that looks great is Aave. Aave has created beautiful structure above support line. So above previous resistance, has broken out from this pennant, this bullish pennant. And it's doing everything textbook example right now. Very nice, very, very beautiful. And why I'm so bullish at Aave and Chainlink is because these big dogs like Trump and these elites, they are accumulating it heavily. So you want to be in those tokens. You want to be in this boomer American tokens, especially Aave and Chainlink. They are very bullish. Solana is also very bullish. XRP also very bullish, but these ones have not created the technical patterns yet that I want to see to jump into them. So we stick into Aave and we stick into Chainlink. All right. Speaking of Aave, I might call this trade out any minute in the Telegram channel. So another reason for you to get in there. And speaking of something else, Prosperous World is growing a lot. If you're from Prosperous World, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. There's a lot happening behind the scenes. Our Telegram channel is incredible, I would say. Why I'm saying that is because I wish I had it when I started trading. We are posting all alpha, all information that we think is relevant for you to make informed trading decisions, while in the same time you have study material. You have a full-fledged trading academy. You have professors and experienced traders helping you in the community. You have me helping as much as possible. I'm in there every day. And also, of course, trade ideas being dropped and the live trading streams. And on top of all of this, you get rewarded for being a part of the community. You get rewarded with airdrops, competitions that we have, and other stuff, giveaways, whatever it is. And you don't want to miss those things, because you're basically earning money, earning crypto on just being a part of a community, on participating and being active in a community. So basically by learning, and also you get rewarded in crypto for executing tasks like watching educational content. Like that is unseen of. So I do really want to see you in the community with us. I do really want to see you grow in the community with us, because like I'm always saying, together we prosper. And speaking of prospering, our native token, our utility token world, that is the heart of our ecosystem, is being launched on pre-sale starting probably this week. We have not set any date yet, but any day soon. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to sleep on that. For all you that feel that you missed chances on getting into this crypto train and it left off without you, you try to FOMO in late, this is your chance to get in very, very, very early on something that is very strong. A very strong project with a very strong team, very strong fundamentals, strong tokenomics, and of course, a booming community. So with that said, ladies and gents, I wish you guys a prosperous day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the community. Peace.